So it looks like we are going to the losers bracket semifinals, and it's going to be Kings of Urban versus Cosmic Aftershock in a best-of-5 series to determine who's moving on to the losers bracket final, where they will play the loser of Flipside versus Complain. So it looks like we are going to, at this point, have a North American team, at least in the losers bracket semis. So hopefully they can make it all the way to the finals. I would love to see an NA versus EU in the finals.
Oh yeah, I agree with you. I think a lot of people would love to see kind of that international grand final here in this first week of Rocket Royale. But there's a long road ahead for all the teams involved. We've got our final four, so these are the teams that have secured their place for next week's Rocket Royale. And now it's just a matter of seeing who can make it all the way and pick up some sweet prize money, some sweet pride.
Yep.
And also, even just as important, a nice sweet spot in the power rankings.
Oh, absolutely. It's the pride that we love. So we're jumping right into the action here. We're going to go in. The game is started between... and an early goal from Sad Jr., so we're going to go in with Sad to just see this early goal.
Right away. I mean, here comes Cosmic coming out. Kronovi with a good shot on goal, but Sad kind of steals it at the end there, redirects it a little high, just to nudge it into the net past the defender. And already, Cosmic is in a good spot. Gets that early goal, and we're talking about it. Early goals mean a lot.
And Kronovi with another early goal. 20 seconds in, and we've got 2-0. Cosmic Aftershock going up. So great start from Cosmic.
Yeah, I'm really impressed right now. I mean, I know Cosmic's a great team, but you got that variable, and they weren't looking as good as Kings of Urban had been looking. So this is interesting. You know, they are playing a little bit more like they usually do. We'll just put it that way. We're getting typical Kings versus typical...
and Kyle almost putting in that 3-0. That would have been devastating, to 3-0 up in less than a minute.
Oh, yeah. You cannot go that deep in the hole this early.
Yep,
I mean, so we are still...
We'll go on board with Jacob here. No, it's all good. We're going to go on board with Jacob just because he has been the one that's been scoring all the goals for Kings of Urban lately. So we'll see if he's able to work his magic and start chipping away at this Cosmic lead.
Yeah, definitely. And another thing I'd like to point out, we just saw a little bit of it right there. Kronovi, you know, he's definitely known for being kind of the aerial artist on Cosmic Aftershock. But he's not just an aerial artist when it comes to offense. You know, you'll see him beat other players to the ball in the air on defense as well and just disrupt their plays.
That's a great point. That's a great point. I've seen Kronovi with some incredible saves that you just don't even expect that any player is going to get to, and he just comes out of nowhere and just blasts it out of the zone. So, yeah, that's a great point that you make, Shotless.
Yeah, equally as important is being able to disrupt those plays.
Oh my gosh, what a pinch!
What?
That's that pinch mechanic that we were telling you about earlier.
That is full court. Look at this full court shot off of Kronovi, just 134.
And you can see Sad Jr.'s calling hacks on that play. But I just think that was one of those pinch situations, not so much a third-party tool to help you cheat the game, but still seemed like it.
Yeah, no, when you get a shot that high speed from that far away, it does look like a hack, but it's just the way the game works.
Absolutely.
That's great for Kings of Urban here, finally getting on the board a little later in the game, but still gets them up there. And it's not such an insurmountable lead that they can really overcome this and turn it around and potentially win here. But here comes Gambit again.
Just a one-goal game. Fireburner trying to put this ball into play. Kronovi doing a good job deflecting that into the corner. But now back in a dangerous spot. Not able to finish it. Jacob very close, but trying to put the ball back out into the mid for a shot for one of his teammates. Nobody's there, though. And Kyle putting it into King's zone.
Yeah, so now Jacob's going to try to play this back upfield. Good play to get it by the defender, but he does get kind of taken off the ball, and nobody was able to pick that up.
Oh, and you can see Sad trying to set up the ball there for Kyle. He laid it down, but Kyle not in a spot to finish it. Now King's on the counterattack here, and the net is open, except Kronovi's there to dribble that out of the zone.
Yeah, now Kronovi just going to take it up pitch. Hopefully set somebody up. Kyle gets a nice shot on net. Now they've got to get it out of the dangerous way. It's still centered to the net, and that's the worst place to have the ball when it's on your side of the pitch.
Absolutely. We're going to go on board with Kronovi here on the Cosmic Aftershock side. Kronovi's been playing really well all day, really helping his team to the point where they're at now, scoring critical goals and allowing his team to advance. We saw him very effective in pretty much every facet of the game, whether it's the aerials on offense or defense, and really one of the best players in the scene, even in Europe. It's one of the conversations that I would love to hear your input on, is the best player in the world and where Kronovi stands in that.
It's such a hard thing to say. You know, there's so many incredibly talented players. But every time I watch Kronovi, I am genuinely blown away. Like, if you watch him a lot in this game, even when he's not scoring, look at his defensive play. He's not making necessarily... Okay, I'm going to stop here because Gambit just tied this game up. Look at this play off the corner. They couldn't get the clear, get set up, and there's Gambit to pick up the rebound and drills it into the net.
Oh, great. One, it's, you know, the momentum, like you were saying, once we move on, it doesn't seem like the first goal is going to play as much of a factor, and we can see that playing out here as these teams are neck and neck right now.
Yeah, momentum is starting to tilt a little bit now in favor of Kings of Urban, but they have to close it out because it can very easily tilt back to Cosmic Aftershock.
Yep, and you can see that ball being set up by Sad for Kyle for a long shot, and it bounces off the crossbar. That was really close.
Gambit with a great follow-up.
Oh, no, it's rolling in.
Nobody's there. And Gambit just gets the pity goal. The rolling shot from all the way downfield. No effort on that. 77 kilometers per hour, and it just trickles into the net because nobody could stop it.
Yeah.
That can be, I can tell you right now, that sort of goal can be a big morale shifter. Because if you give up a goal that effortlessly. Whatever. If you give up a goal like that, I don't know why I can't say that word right.
It's a tough word sometimes. I get it. No.
Like I got drunk or something. But if you give up a goal like that, it can really tilt the game a bit because you're like, wow, you know, what did we do to give up that kind of goal? You know?
Absolutely.
And I've seen that happen a lot.
And Gambit really is known for that shot. Like, that was one of those trademark Gambit shots where he's, you know, all the way down in his own zone, but still puts a great shot on net, and it's what propelled Kings of Urban to the victory in Game 1 here.
Oh, well,
yeah, maybe not yet. Oh, my goodness! Kronovi evens it up, and he's going to put this game into overtime.
that was an own goal. He's gone. I mean,
oh, no! Jacob put that in.
Contact.
Oh, no. Jacob has to be feeling terrible about that one. We're going to go on board with Jacob to see how he responds to that play. Unfortunately, an own goal to push this game into overtime.
That whole morale thing that I was talking about, that's a bad one, too.
Yeah, but maybe it'll light Jacob's candle, or light his fire. I guess fire is a better word to say it. Light his fire and try to get some vengeance. And he's playing with a chip on his shoulder this game. He definitely doesn't want to be the reason that Kings goes down 1-0 early on.
Yeah, I mean, that was a hard shot to deal with, too. You know, Kronovi did get a really late touch on that. It was just Jacob came in at such an angle that it kind of went right in off of his hood. And, you know, he was trying to make a good defensive play on it, so it wasn't a really blatant or disrespectful own goal. It was just, I'm trying my best to keep this game from going to overtime, but wait!
And Gambit coming up huge!
What?
Let's go on board with Gambit to see how he finished this one off. The ball, look at the angle that he puts it in, changing his car to just hit that right into the net. Phenomenal, just mechanical control. And you can see now Kings of Urban going up 1-0 early on. So Cosmic down, but it is a best of 5 here. So it's not so important as the best of 3 games, you know, where one game was huge, as it's only, you know, you need one more to move on. So very, very close game. These teams are playing neck and neck, even with Kyle serving as the sub for Gibbs. So we're just going to hang out here, though, while there's a short break. It looks like it's a bio break for Kings of Urban, but, you know, I don't even know at this point. Kings is the favorite, as we said before, in our personal opinions, but Cosmic playing really well there.
Yeah, this series, this game at least, started off way closer than I ultimately expected it to. Just in terms of, you know, the play that they're dishing out. I mean, Cosmic came out looking ridiculously good, but finally Kings found their rhythm. made the big comeback. I mean, that own goal was really unfortunate, but you know, the good thing there is that they didn't let it affect their game. You know, they came back into it. They were able to recover and just, you know, take it into an overtime win. Unbelievable goal there at the end by Gambit. Completely flipped his car in the opposite direction to get just the right angle. I mean, doesn't get
Yeah,
much better than that.
I know Gambit is